Hello to all my dear viewers of class 10. We are dealing with chapter 4 agriculture, and here today's topic is primitive subsistence farming. In India, we do two types of subsistence farming. One is primitive and the other one is intensive subsistence farming. So, I am going to deal with both of them in this video. So, primitive subsistence farming, as the term says, it is very old. Subsistence means for the sustenance of, for the survival of the family members of a farmer. This farming is done. We need to understand the history of these people. This primitive subsistence farming is done by those people who do not have any other source of income, and they do it in interiors of the land where there is nobody to ask that on whose land you are doing this farming, this is my land, or they do not own any land. That land belongs to the forest area where nobody is bothered that whose land is that. So, these people go to such interiors of the areas and there they do agriculture, and this type of agriculture is not only prevalent in India, but it is prevalent in all over the world. People do it, especially the tribes and the downtrodden. And what is this? They do it in a manner like slash and burn agriculture. These people are not in the mainstream of the country's population. They cut the forest of one area and then they burn the forest, because that is the easiest thing. Once you cut the forest and then on the ashes of that burnt trees, they just throw some seeds, and when these seeds germinate during the time of monsoons, and that is how this agriculture flourishes. They do not have hybrid seeds, they do not have other means of irrigation, they do not have fertilizers and all to be put into that land. So, this type of farming is natural, and after 2 to 3 years or after some time after doing agriculture, what happens, the land loses its fertility, and when the land loses its fertility, they shift to another patch of land. They again clear the forest, they burn the trees, and then again they do agriculture on that, and this is called the primitive subsistence farming. It is done by the family members. They cannot afford to have laborers from outside or pay them off, and they use these primitive tools which are called hoe, dowel and digging sticks. These type of primitive tools they are using, and they are using old seeds from the previous crop, and that is how this agriculture is done. The yield per hectare is very low, and it is done mainly for the sustenance, for the survival of the family members. This type of farming is called by different names in different parts of the world as well as in India. Like somewhere it is called Bevar, Milpa in Mexico, and Roca, and these are some of the names, Jhuming in northeastern part of India, and these are some of the names which you must learn, because these names are important for high level competitive exams. We have it, I will provide you in the form of a table, that in which part of the country, what is the name it is called by. What is the drawback of this kind of a farming is that the forests are getting cleared slowly and slowly. So, this is very harmful for our environment. Rest, the positive thing is that the land that they leave is left for gaining its fertility through natural processes. So, that is one positive point, and they are not using chemicals and pesticides, so that is also not harming the land. So, there are some positive and some negative aspects of this type of farming. Now, we come to another type of subsistence farming which is called intensive subsistence farming. Now, let us understand that intensive means very heavily cultivated. The land has been under cultivation throughout the year, that is intensive. We are trying to take out maximum production from a small piece of land, and subsistence means again for the survival of the family members. So, here what happens, that a farmer has his own land as against the primitive subsistence. They did not have their own land, they keep on shifting. Here the shifting is not there, they have their own land, and suppose this is the land of a farmer. After a farmer's death, he divides the land into his 2 sons. Earlier, from the produce of this big land, the 5 or the 6 family members of the farmers were fed. It is also for sustenance, for the survival of the family members. Later on, after few years, after 50 years, after 80 years, what happens? The father dies and he divides the land into 2 sons. Now both the sons again have their own families. So they also, after them, the land is again divided into 2 or 3 parts. So what happens? The land successively gets divided, and this is called the right of inheritance. Due to the right of inheritance, the land gets divided into smaller parts with successive generations, because of which there is a high population pressure on the piece of land. Due to lack of any other source of income, the farmer keep cultivating the smaller pieces of land, and now because they have a land is small and the family members are same, the number is the same. So they have to cultivate it intensively. In order to cultivate intensively, they use biochemical fertilizers, they do irrigation. They not only depend on the monsoon rains, they do irrigation, they hire, they do lot of intensive labor, because when they are cultivating throughout the year, they have to put in lot of labor. They are not only cultivating during the monsoon season. So this way they try to take out maximum production from the same land. Maximum production is done from a small piece of land. Why? Because of the population pressure. The land is small, the number of people to be fed are more, and that is what is called intensive subsistence farming. Thanks for watching. Hope you understand both of them, and you should be able to find out that what are the negative and the positive aspects of both these type of farmings, and also to differentiate between them. And if you can do it, this means that you have understood it very nicely. And if you have any doubts still, and if you are finding any trouble here, please write in the comment section. And if you like the video, please do like, share and subscribe, and thanks for watching.